How can we be sure that Evelyn's there?
We can't be sure. But I couldn't sit around doing nothing, waiting for Scotland Yard to locate her.
But they've been to the cottage.
Yes, when she first disappeared 2 weeks ago.
What had she to fear? You would have been married, you love each other. Nothing short of kidnapping would have made her disappear. Do you think Evelyn disappeared to attempt plastic surgery? After the specialist had warned her that it was hopeless, even worse, dangerous.
She was warned by everyone except Rossiter. He's a fanatic about his new technique.
Well, if Rossiter experimented on Evelyn, in spite of the ruling of the medical board, I'll see to it that he never practices in this country again.
Rossiter. Rossiter. Rossiter.
If he was still in his surgery, he would answer the phone. Oh, he must be on his way here.
I'm worried. We warned him not to operate on Evelyn Morley. Even God wouldn't have attempted a miracle like that.
I have faith in him. We saw how miraculously he remodeled that child's face. I'll go.
Martin, it might be the police.
I don't see how. Only Rossiter knew we assisted in the operation on the Morley woman. The police are sure to come back here.
Our only solution is to escape to the continent.
What's this about the continent?
Yes, I rather fancy France until all this here has died down.
What do you mean, France?
May easily be a matter of years, but luckily continuing our experiments is not a matter of geography. We can work anywhere. Besides, a change of scenery will do us all good,
Mind the bandage.
Ah, they're securely in place. You followed my instructions beautifully. I can almost feel my new face taking shape. There will be a few irregularities, but still, it will be a good face. One that will suitably match my new identity. Dr. Bernard Schüler.
We will be all right, the three of us.
Have I ever failed you and your brother? After all, I taught Martin all he knows. You are very necessary to me.
You know I'll go wherever you go.
But suppose there's a slip-up similar to Evelyn Morley.
There should never have been a slip-up. After the accident, I warned her one operation would not suffice. It required several over a period of at least a year. She should never have disappeared or removed the bandages so soon. Believe me, there will be no slip-up in the career of Dr. Bernard Schüler.
Why don't we find a hotel and stay the night?
Patience, Angela. We should make Bordeaux before nightfall.
What then? We've been wandering about for the past month trying to find somewhere to settle down.
This is hardly the time to become discouraged. I know you're tired. You're all tired. I warned you back in England it would take time to find a suitable front. We cannot afford to make any mistakes.
There's a child over there. Perhaps she could direct us.
Oh, mademoiselle.
Yes, monsieur?
Could you kindly direct us to... you know which road leads to Bordeaux?
No, monsieur. Perhaps my father can help.
And where is your father?
There. That is our circus.
Oh, a circus. Oh, what a fortunate young lady you are to travel with a circus.
Not so fortunate. We are a very poor circus. Papa says it is too soon to try to make people laugh. Please, monsieur.
I mean, you know how. Where did you get these scars?
At school, there was a bomb. There are many like me now.
Yes, I imagine so. Would you excuse me for a moment? Rather an interesting face, don't you think?
Poor little thing.
You heard. It's a father circus.
Oh?
As a child, I once attempted to run away to join a circus. Who knows, perhaps now, a childhood dream may be fulfilled.
I'm not so sure, Doctor.
No more for me, thank you. Two glasses are my limit.
I have no limit.
Now, what do you say? Is it not worth a try?
I don't know. I agree it would be cruel for Nicole if she had to go through life like this, but who are you? How do I know you are what you tell me?
A plastic surgeon. Please, you can check with the medical association in Zurich if you like. Actually, Nicole's would be quite a simple surgery. You see, the bones in her face have not been shattered.
I cannot afford a hospital or a fee.
There will be no fee. And this caravan here, well, of course, tidied up a bit, can be our hospital.
Oh, perform the operation here?
My dear man, I've operated on kitchen tables. Once in the war, even in a bomb shelter. No. It's quite safe here. Monsieur Vanet, it's up to you. But think how much it can mean to Nicole's life.
I'm a poor man, Doctor. But if you can help Nicole, I will give you anything and everything.
Yes, monsieur.
Well?
The father has consented.
But is it safe?
You couldn't ask for anything better. It's the ideal front. In fact, I already feel very much at home.
Will I know myself?
Of course you will, darling. Your skin will be as smooth as satin, and your nose petite, delicate. Why, you'll be the prettiest girl in all France.
Monsieur Vanet!
Bosco's a beautiful bear.
Monsieur Vanet!
Oh, hello, Doctor.
Do you always talk to your animals?
Bosco is more like a friend to me. And I must deny my friend his full ration of food. He will soon die of starvation.
Vanet, forget the bear for one moment and come with me. I want you to be there when I remove Nicole's bandages.
So soon? Is it safe?
It's quite safe. Or there may be traces of a few scars, but they too will soon disappear.
Like my loyal friends who have all deserted me.
Hello, Nicole.
Hello.
Now you must sit very quietly. And then you can feel the scissors cutting away the bandages. You understand?
Yes.
Good.
Papa.
Oui, ma petite. Ma voilà.
Don't be afraid. Angela.
I am beautiful. Papa, I am beautiful.
She's beautiful!
I'm beautiful. I am beautiful.
Nicole, come back.
Leave her be, Angela. After all, it is my victory she's shouting at the world.
I am beautiful. Look at me, Raja. Look at me. I am beautiful. Do you see, Emperor? Do you see? I am beautiful. Dance, Bosco. Dance. Don't you see? I am beautiful. At last, I am beautiful. I am beautiful.
You have performed one miracle. Do you think you're capable of another?
Yes. Yes, I can salvage this circus. Within a year, I have this circus on a paying basis.
But how? Where will you get the money? Where will the people find the price of admission? The war has left nothing but ruin and poverty. I have no means of raising money. My signature is worthless.
Mine isn't worthless. There's a way to meet this problem.
How's that?
Sign the circus over to me. It's a mere formality. We have a private agreement stating that the circus is actually your property, but I am running it.
Why should the great surgeon want to bury himself in... Oh, I see. You've had a bit of trouble, haven't you?
I've had trouble, yes. It would be unwise for me to practice in the open. For a while, anyway. But my work, that must go on.
Yes. Yes, you must go on. You must. I've seen what miracles your hands can perform. And if you can revive my circus, well, so much the better. I said I would give you anything and everything. If this is what I can give you, why, then we are partners. There was a girl of Babylon. I must tell Bosco. Soon he will have all the food he wants. Come on, Bosco, wake up! Wake up, baby! Wake up! Papa has good news. Soon you'll have all the food you want. Come on, baby, dance. Dance for Papa. Come on, Bosco. Come on, dance. I don't know whether I'm more drunk with happiness or with the wine. Come on, baby, dance. Dance for Papa. Papa is happy. Dance for Papa.
Monet.
Come on, baby, dance for Papa. Brandy with a bowl. Brandy with a bowl. Who screamed?
Monet, something terrible has happened.
What is it?
See, he was drunk. He wanted to dance with a bear. As you can see for yourself, he dropped that wine bottle.
Rossett!
Your name is Schüler. Don't you forget that. What just happened was an accident. Do you hear? Both of you. It was an accident.
Please.
I'll explain to them exactly how the tragedy occurred. Yes, the bottle will remain where it is, just as he dropped it. Yes, it was a tragic accident. Poor Vanet is dead. The circus is mine now. Well, we always wanted a front. Now we have it.
Martin, with your help, with Angela's help, I shall turn this shoddy little circus here into the greatest attraction in Europe.
You let Vanny die.
Angela. And I thought you loved me. You won't let me down now, will you?
I'll tell Nicole. Martin, you go for the police and explain to them.
Who are you? The safety fence, just safety fence. He attacked me!
And then presented you with his wallet.
You can't prove anything.
Listen, I can help you. I can help you.
Just let me go. It's the only help I want.
Your face.
I know it's ugly as sin. But a body's all right, so make out.
You could be beautiful. If you would trust me.
You? The perfect stranger?
I can remodel your face so that your scar will disappear.
I don't understand you.
I can transform people so that they're safe from the police. Okay. I'll get you out of this.
I've given her a sedative. She says her name's Elisa.
Elisa.
I don't understand you. She's a thief, a murderess.
And a prostitute. Oh, please, don't deny her a most important accomplishment. A thief and a prostitute. The perfect candidate for the Schiller Circus.
Thieves, murderers.
Yes. Well, don't you see? These are the people who will constitute our circus troupe. I changed their faces, minimizing police apprehension. Willing subjects for my anxious hands. We hold their safety, and they hold their tongue. It's the ideal front.
Schiller, a circus of criminals.
No, a circus of beauty. Now watch what transforming their faces will do to them. Oh, yes, another thing. Each will be taught in turn to take their place as a performer.
But how?
I know it can be done.
But what about those who choose to leave? How will we be safe from them?
That's very simple. Just a matter of keeping files, photographs before and after. A complete dossier on their criminal lives. What could be more safe, hmm? Well, come on. Well, here's to the Schiller Circus. The most unusual and the most beautiful circus in all the world.
When life doesn't seem worth the living and you don't so lonely, and your friends have traveled afar. There is someone waiting.
Uncle,
Yes, Nicole?
how do I look?
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
That shines in the sky up above. If you wish on your lucky star, you're sure to find someone to love. A rich man, poor man, a beggar. No matter whoever you are, there's a friend who's waiting to guide you. Look for a star. There's a friend who's waiting to guide you. Look for a star.
Took a decade of training. But I must say, she's even better at soliciting applause than she was at soliciting men.
A rich man, a poor man, a beggar. No matter whoever you are, there's a friend who's waiting to guide you. Look for a star. Look for a star.
Ringmaster, those clowns enter too soon. They're cut into Elisa's applause. I've told you a dozen times.
I'm sorry, sir. The program is running late.
Make sure it doesn't happen again.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Queen of Equestrians, Magda von Meck.
What a triumph tonight, darling,
Just because you gave me this face, darling, doesn't mean you're still free to tamper with it.
Now, how can one so beautiful and so talented be so testy after such a success tonight?
Ah, exactly. I stop the show every night and I still play second fiddle to Magda von Meck. I should have top billing. If only by seniority.
Oh, quite. That's a point well taken. But still, Magda does draw the crowd.
Ah, she may draw them. It's up to me to entertain them.
Elisa, your tongue is sharper than the knife that was once so essential to your earlier profession.
And now, the Queen of the Equestrians, Magda von Meck, in a world-famous leap of death, as she guides a horse through the circle of solid steel, the Ring of Swords.
She's still leaving on Saturday.
I wouldn't count on that.
She doesn't seem frightened like the others.
The others were fools. We are well rid of them. No, I will not lose Magda.
simple, wasn't it, Nicole?
We'll never be able to do that. The thought of replacing you frightens me.
Nonsense. You're going to be wonderful.
I told Shula she can do it, and you can do it.
I'd like to speak to you.
Very well. In my caravan. There'll be time when I'm changing for a knife act.
He's very wealthy. They make a handsome couple, don't they?
You always were observant, Angela.
And once I thought he loved me, Martin.
Leaving. The circus departs for England on Saturday.
When Nicole can take my place?
Magda, can't leave me.
Oh. I imagine much the same conversation took place in Switzerland with Helen before she met with her untimely accident.
And then in Madrid, Rose or something. She fell, didn't she? I'm getting out, and you can't stop me.
I love Vancouver. I have a chance to make a decent life for myself.
Decent life? You had no life at all before I made you Magda von Meck.
Most welcome gift. Admirers rarely request a return of a gift. It's too late for that. I don't love you any longer. Go back to Angela. At least she still loves you. You needn't worry. I won't give you away. My dossier is safely locked away in your files, and to unmask you would be to unmask myself. I'm not inclined towards self-destruction. No. Why don't we part friends? Please. I'll spend tomorrow with Nicole polishing her performance. She'll be stunning. I promise you that. She can also replace me in the knife act. Shall we kiss on that? No. Shh. No, this is too friendly a parting, Shula.
You won't be happy with Van Gruber.
I will be happy with him. Can't you understand? I'm deeply in love with him.
Yes, you really are, aren't you? Well, it's very wonderful for you, Magda. All right. Please forgive me.
Thank you, Shula. Then we can part friends.
The very best of friends. Oh, I must think of a going-away gift for you.
Oh, this is your gift? You can't surpass it.
Oh, brides must be given gifts. It's traditional. I'll think of something.
Excuse me. Your costume, Magda.
We must get a wedding present for Magda, Angela. Give it some thought, will you?
Thank you. I'm sorry, Angela.
What for?
The way you're so hopelessly trapped with him.
Any trap can be sprung, given time and patience.
Very good, Nicole.
Thank you.
Magda and I worked all morning, Uncle. I tried to jump through the ring of knives. I was not the least bit frightened.
Good girl. Yes, you must run through the act for me tomorrow.
Sure. Pay close attention to my farewell performance tonight. I shall be more magnificent than ever.
Shula, you must let Magda go.
And I thought you loathed her. Hasn't she always driven you into jealous rages? Of course they all have. They all do. And they all will.
I've devoted myself completely to you. I've nothing else. I've no one else.
Your brother doesn't complain?
And look at him. Once you intended him to be your associate. Now he's just your slave. He's weak. Never even thinking for himself.
Gentlemen, Chief Eagle Eye will now throw 12 knives at a moving target. And he will be assisted in this act by the glamorous Magda von Meck. We have no recourse but to record it as an accidental death.
But, Inspector, her death was an accident.
This is known throughout Europe as the Jinx Circus, is it not?
Yes, a very unfortunate chain of circumstances, in which several of my performers have met with their death. But you know as well as I do, Inspector, how the newspapers always color these tragedies.
Still, an almost coincidental chain of death, nevertheless. Always beautiful star performers, always a faulty mechanism.
Every safety precaution known to the circus world is taken here. But sudden defects in mechanism, well, they're beyond our control.
Very well, Doctor.
Then we are free to proceed to England.
There's no reason for me to detain you. Magda von Meck had no known relatives. Her fiancé is satisfied it was an accident. And we must also be satisfied with the verdict. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Inspector.
Dr. Schuller,
Yes?
may I speak with you, please?
Yes, we can talk in here.
Thank you.
What can I do for you?
I was a friend of Magda's.
The most tragic accident, her death.
She once wrote to me, urged me to join her in the circus. There was no need for it then.
What did she write to you?
How kind you had been. How much you had done for her. Perhaps you will be willing to do as much for me.
Perhaps I will.
Acid.
How did it happen?
What does that matter? As long as I assure you whoever he was, he'll never throw anything again. Can you help me?
Wait here.
Schuller,
Yes?
I've been looking for you.
Have you seen Martin, Elissa?
I haven't been looking for him. Listen. Remember you promised Miss Starbilling should Magda ever leave? Well, she's certainly left. Hasn't she?
Once the queen of the alleyways, now the queen of the air.
Thanks to you, darling. I'm very ambitious. And nobody can top my act. Now, how about it?
Don't I always keep my promises? All right, I shall give the order.
Elissa Caro, death-defying queen of the air. And to think before I met you, I got dizzy standing on a footstool.
Now, when did you ever stand on a footstool?
And I retain that Starbilling. From here on.
Look what he's done to us. Your life is empty and frustrated. Me? Schuller's killer. Sending those girls to their death.
Martin, the walls of these caravans are quite thin. You never know who might be standing outside.
You've heard nothing new. You know how we feel.
And you should know how I feel.
How much longer do you expect us to go on?
As long as I need you. Very soon, I'll be able to gamble on revealing my identity and win the acclaim of the medical world I so richly deserve.
You wouldn't dare become Rossiter again. You'd be jailed so fast.
Rossiter is dead and will stay dead. You know as well as I do, in his last 10 years, I've uncovered secrets of facial surgery that will stagger the world. Yes. And now I have found the one possible person who can be the supreme illustration of my genius. I want you to see her. We can start work during our tour of the English provinces. And in London, yes, in London, she shall be unveiled. We'll have a new temple of beauty. The entire production will center on this girl. She'll be Helen of Troy. And when she's been acclaimed as the most beautiful woman on earth, then I show them pictures as she once was. Her face eaten away by acid. And they will see for themselves.
You dare not take the credit for it, Schuller. Better forget it. Remember, we're the Jinx Circus now. Rising to glory in a trail of blood.
The girl is waiting in my caravan. We will start the preparations immediately.
We are not convinced these deaths are accidental. I'm inclined to go along with the second bureau in Paris. Schuller's circus reaches England today. So
so I thought Scotland Yard should be alerted.
Thank you, Inspector. We've already heard from the Second Bureau, but please forward any further information you uncover.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
When do I leave for Bristol?
Immediately. You've studied the dossier on the Schuler circus?
Yes. Seems I've got a fascinating job ahead of me, investigating a circus troupe that materialized out of thin air.
And what a reputation it's gained.
The Jinx Circus. I better be going before the Jinx gets too hot.
Well, keep in touch. We may have further information from the continent.
Nowhere in the whole world is there a duplication of the stunning loveliness of the Temple of Beauty. And here before your eyes, the two most beautiful people in the world, Adam and Eve. Wow. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in all her beauty, surrounded by her gorgeous handmaidens, the incomparable Sappho.
Excuse me, Mademoiselle Nicole?
Yes?
I saw the show last night. I'd just like to compliment you on your performance.
Thank you.
Mademoiselle!
You must excuse me, I am late. That's Elisa Caro's music.
Oh, yes, the Death Defier. Seems to me that death takes a lot of defying around this circus.
I beg your pardon?
The Jinx Circus. So many deaths over a period of so few years. That's a pretty high mortality rate.
I don't know what you mean.
All the victims, beautiful girls. I should have thought a lovely person such as you are would have thought twice before joining the Jinx Circus.
I have been with this circus since I was a child. My father used to own it. It was run down then. After his death, Dr. Schuler made this into the most exciting circus in the history of show business. The deaths were accidental. Now, if you will excuse me.
Whoever you are, there's a friend who's waiting to guide you. Look for a star. There's a friend who's waiting to guide you. Look for a star. Look for a star.
A death-defying feat, unequaled in the history of the circus, Mademoiselle Alyssa will swing through the air, around her beautiful neck, a hangman's noose. Quite a stunt.
I beg your pardon?
Elisa, I bet it's all in the split timing.
It would have to be. Otherwise, we need a new woman every night. Only artists and members of the company are permitted in the show entrance.
They told me I'd find you here, Dr. Schuler. My name's Arthur Desmond. I'm a freelance crime reporter.
Oh, I see. Well, I hope you're enjoying our circus.
Lots of laughs.
Don't be nervous, darling.
To guide you. Look for a star. Look for a star.
I must compliment you on your temple of beauty. I've never seen such physical perfection in men and women. Some of the faces reminded me of the great masters. Tintoretto, Renoir. Take her. There's a touch of Degas about the face.
Angela, I think we should have a new costume for Nicole. I'm sure green is not the right color for her.
Yes, Dr. Schuller.
I can see you're a very busy man, Doctor. Over the big London opening facing you next week. One of the newspapers is anxious to do a spread on the Jinx Circus.
Thank you, but it's not the kind of publicity we are seeking.
It's the kind you've been getting, and let's face it, that's what's bringing the crowds in.
Nonsense. It's the quality of our attractions that brings the audience.
You've got a pretty spectacular show here. But you can't avoid the Jinx Circus story. I've checked with Berlin, Zurich, Rome, all the details on your performers who met their deaths in those places.
Then you must have found out that they were all proved to be accidental.
Maybe, but coincidence plays such a heavy part in these accidents. That's what I was hoping to use as the basis of my story. Sunday stuff. Actually, I'd like to call my story the Circus of Horrors. How all these girls, no previous circus experience, no families, completely unidentifiable, met their deaths.
That is enough. I will never cooperate in this type of yellow, sensational journalism. Goodbye.
But Dr. Schuller, perhaps you can help me. You see, the authorities have already exhumed the bodies of a few of these girls and performed autopsies. On each one, they found lines around the face, very slight, but very professional. Well, I didn't mean to upset her. I wouldn't write that story if I were you, Mr. Desmond.
I want one too.
Sorry, darling. Not until after the bandages are removed.
But I'm in pain, Bennett.
I'll give you a sedative, and the pain will soon go. I'll remove the bandages in London. Not before then. When you see a new face, you'll forget all the pain you endured.
And a few other things I've had to endure.
When you're presented in Temple of Beauty as Helen of Troy, you'll create a sensation such as you had never even dreamed of.
And all I have to do is just stand there. 6 nights a week, 2 matinees, and be stared at.
Not stared at. Worshipped. Worshipped.
Schuller,
Yes, what is it?
that reporter, he's on to us.
Nonsense. Others have pried and found nothing.
Several of the bodies have been exhumed. He's mentioned the scars. How long have you been with the circus,
Elisa.
Elisa?
Oh, 2 or 3 years. I forget. Something like that.
What were you before you joined the circus?
Unemployed.
I don't seem to find any record of you before joining the Schuller circus.
Oh, I've worked for various little companies, and it was really only Schuller who brought out the best in me.
He's brought out quite a bit.
Mr. Desmond, when people put their neck into a noose, they should do it as I do, professionally.
I'm only asking questions. It's my job.
Ask your questions. I've only 1 or 2 answers.
What are the answers?
That depends on the questions.
I see someone scratched your back here.
Oh, that's not a scratch. That's... Well, once, rehearsing with the noose, I almost slipped. Oh, well, surely there have been times in your life when you've always slipped.
Get back. Back!
Yes, what interests me is what the autopsies on some of the victims uncovered. The possibility that all had plastic surgery performed on them. Your investigation of the rope lady. Clever of you to detect her scars.
All in the line of duty. Plastic surgery. You know, some 10 years ago, I was involved in a case centered on a Dr. Rossiter, sought for malpractice and running down one of our constables.
Rossiter?
Did a job on Evelyn Morley. Turned her mind. You remember her father. He died a few years back after her release from a mental institution. Some of her face was finally restored, but he was almost hopeless. She married Edward Finsbury. Periodically, she keeps in touch, trying to discover some line on Rossiter. You know the woman, always raising funds for mental health, things like that. For years, I've dreamt of marking that case closed.
Williams, put the kettle on and bring in a file marked Rossiter.
Magnificent. Perfection, Melina. Absolute perfection.
It's like you promised, Bernard. I've forgotten the pain. Oh, yes. Now I've forgotten the pain.
It's all right. We'll keep it this way for tonight.
Yes, Dr. Schuller.
I hope you are as happy as you say. I've always wanted to be alone, but now I want to share my happiness with someone.
I've known very little happiness in my lifetime. If you want me to be with you, I gladly accept.
Schuller! I've seen the posters.
Lovely, aren't they?
You pig, you have gone back on your word.
Sorry, Lisa, but Melina must be the star attraction now.
I am the star attraction. This was agreed, wasn't it?
And I dictate the policy of this circus. And you do as I tell you.
Either you restore my star position, or I leave.
Now, that would be rather stupid, wouldn't it?
You can't frighten me. These others, they've been stupid, just plain stupid.
What others?
The late unlamented ones, who have died so suddenly and so strangely.
I never heard of a Dr. Rossiter.
When did you first meet Dr. Schuller?
I told you, when I was a little girl. I barely remember. He befriended my father, became his partner. And then, when Papa died, Dr. Schuller adopted me. Why do you ask so many questions?
Oh, I'm just plain nosy. When was the operation on your face?
I was a child then. I have had no such operation.
Oh, it's all right, Nicole. You needn't be ashamed. I'm becoming quite an authority on plastic surgery lately. I can even detect the scars.
Oh, please, please. I promised Uncle never to reveal this. You must not say anything. As a child, I was badly scarred in the war. I don't remember too much. After the bombs, I lived in sort of a daze. And then, it was Uncle. I think it was Uncle who performed this operation. I remember awakening, and all of a sudden, I was beautiful.
Very beautiful.
This is our secret now, isn't it?
Very, very beautiful.
You're not paying attention to me.
I'm paying a great deal of attention to you. See how I'm paying attention?
You mustn't do that.
Why not?
You mustn't, that's all.
Has anyone ever called your uncle Dr. Rossiter?
Oh, please. How many times must I tell you he's Dr. Schuller? Schuller! Schuller!
Rossiter.
What was that?
Dr. Rossiter.
Whatever are you saying?
Dr. Rossiter.
Rossiter? I haven't heard his name in years.
His name. It's your name, isn't it?
My name? But my name is Schüler. You know that. It's always been Schüler.
As you wish. But there's a certain journalist who's a bit wiser than you credit him. And he seems to think that there's a connection between Dr. Rossiter and Dr. Schüler. And he needs but one tiny little link to complete his chain of suspicions.
You're a foolish little thing, aren't you?
No, I just want my billing restored. Doctor...
I'll think it over.
But don't take too long, because, you know, my tongue is so restless, and it just aches to chat and chat and chat, especially when the most attractive Mr. Desmond is within earshot. So, my billing restored at once.
I've informed the orchestra to eliminate the Elissa's music. We'll substitute an additional routine by the clowns to fill in.
But what's happened?
What's wrong with Alyssa?
Nothing is wrong with Alyssa. Nothing, whatever. A snake escaped and found its way into my caravan. Funny. Fortunately, I screamed. You will kindly inform the orchestra to reinstate my music. The show must go on. And after the show, a nice little tete-a-tete with Mr. Desmond.
Do as she says. Martin, there's something for you to do, or there'll be serious trouble.
You must stop annoying me. I have promised Uncle never to see you again.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps it is your questions. Perhaps it is this poor dead man Rossiter.
How do you know he's dead?
No more questions. Please, Arthur. Please.
You're frightened. Why are you frightened?
I am not. I am just confused.
Mr. Desmond, and how are you coming along in your research?
Slow, but sure.
Sorry, I can't be of more help to you.
It hasn't prevented my story from taking shape. Excuse me, Dr. Schüler.
I'm afraid you cannot speak to my artist before they go on.
Just 1 second, please.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we give you an act of sheer artistry, the beautiful, the amazing Alisa Caro.
Worth the living, and you don't really care who you are. When you feel there's no one beside you, look for a star. When you know you're so lonely, and your friends have traveled afar. There is someone waiting to guide you. Look for a star, for everyone has a lucky star that shines in the sky up above. If you wish on your lucky star, you're sure to find someone to love. A rich man, poor man, a beggar, no matter whoever you are, there's a friend who's waiting to guide you. Look for a star, there's a friend who's waiting to guide you. Look for a star, look for a star.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, a death-defying feat unequaled in the history of the circus, Mademoiselle Alyssa will swing through the air around her beautiful neck a hangman's noose.
Quick, get the spot off her and send the clowns in.
Wait.
It was not accidental death. It's the only verdict we can bring in. She was up there alone. And she, and only she, could maneuver the ropes.
That's the 12th accidental death recorded at Schuler's Circus. You know as well as I do there's something rotten there.
I know it very well. We've lost little pieces in this puzzle. Nothing falls into place. I agree with you. There's a maniac behind all this.
The autopsy on Elisa proved facial scars similar to the others.
Very similar. The same surgical technique.
And there's your key.
Quite right. But which lock does it fit?
There's another key, you know. Yvonne Morley. She's got to help us.
I love you.
Pygmalion loves his Galatea. How touching. But did Galatea ever dream she'd have to step into a lion's cage?
Don't worry, darling. The lions will be treated. They will be quite gentle. It will be a brilliant trick. I know you will be quite safe.
I know you know that, darling. But do the lions know?
They do, darling. They do.
I haven't seen this pattern before.
You better get Dr. Schuler. Go and get him.
Yes, what is it?
Oh, excuse me, sir. But that thing, it's acting up something fierce. We can't control it.
All right, I'm coming.
Go and get him then. Hold him. What's this? What's this? Get back. You got time with it.
You'll have to move quickly.
You said too much surgery could be dangerous.
These are purely superficial.
But they're deep. Give the underflesh a chance to heal.
And if the toughened scar tissues to battle? No, you two will perform the operation now. We'll use a local injection. In this way, I can guide you as before. Next week is my big night. I won't miss that. Everyone will be here. Everyone. Oh, I want you to be the first to know. Melina and I are going to be married.
Melina and you? Married? Married? You and Melina? Well, if that isn't a match made in hell.
Desmond. Oh, Mr. Andrews. Glad to see you having a night out. I'd like you to meet Mademoiselle Nicole Venny.
How do you do? Edward, I think that's enough.
Very well, Evelyn. Mr. Desmond.
Excuse me, will you?
My wife's rather tired. I think they have enough pictures.
Okay, boys, thank you. It's very kind of you to come here this evening. I know that you're loath to make public appearances.
It's for a good cause and a tribute to my father's memory. Edward was very much against it, but he couldn't keep me away.
Well, Evelyn hasn't been well, and too much excitement.
Isn't good for me. But then how should I know? There hasn't been very much excitement in my life for the last, 10 years. It is 10 years, isn't it, Edward? Well, where is this nice Dr. Schuler who's lent us his wonderful circus for this great occasion?
I've been told he had an accident. He very bravely insists on putting in an appearance. Well, Dr. Schuler, could you come here, please? Dr. Schuler, Mr. and Mrs. Finsbury.
How do you do?
So nice to meet you, Dr. Schuler.
And very kind of you to contribute so generously toward our fund.
You should be grateful to Mr. Desmond. It was his idea.
Mrs. Finsbury was Evelyn Morley. The fund is in her father's memory.
Dr. Morley, yes, of course. He was a brilliant psychiatrist.
Your face, you've had an accident?
Oh, some superficial scratches that will be healed in a few days. I know I should be resting, but I wouldn't miss this evening for the world. There's a new act I think you will find particularly interesting. Miss Finsbury, is something wrong?
Evelyn. Evelyn.
Over here, please.
I think it wiser if I take my wife home. The excitement's been too much for her.
Quite all right, Edward.
My car's outside.
Thank you, Mr. Desmond. I'd rather stay and see the rest of the show. Thank you, Dr. Schuller.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, thank you. You've done all you can for me.
Good evening, Morley. Do you think she recognized you?
I can't quite imagine how.
Supposing she did, she could go for the police. We must leave now. Martin! Martin!
Angela, you wouldn't be so stupid even to consider making such a move.
We leave whenever we please, Rossiter.
There'll be no more talk of leaving. Now, you just do your jobs and see that the lighting cues are handled correctly. Oh, and make sure the lions have been sufficiently tranquilized. Melina's appearance tonight must be a triumph.
Her appearance will be a triumph, all right.
We have the whole of London society out front. What's the matter?
I'm nervous. I never appeared in public before, let alone a lion's cage.
You were wonderful in rehearsal. You'll be magnificent tonight.
I won't let you down. But those lions,
They'll be as subdued as kittens, I promise you. After all, they're professionals.
that's exactly what worries me. Professionals always resent amateurs.
No more nonsense. I'll see you whenever I like. You're not a child anymore.
But my uncle.
I'll take care of your uncle.
Martin! The lions seem much too frisky tonight.
Oh, don't worry. They'll be half dazed in a few seconds.
Well, I hope you know what you're doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this evening, Dr. Schuller presents, for the first time anywhere, a new and spectacular act, introducing Beauty and the Beasts, and starring the magnificent Melina.
Rossiter did that for her.
Rossiter? What is all this about Rossiter?
Well, didn't you see his ring? He always wore that beautiful ring.
Uncle?
Schuyler, Rossiter, they're the same man.
I think you better take her home. I'll send for help. Where is your uncle?
I don't know. Perhaps he's with Melina. Arthur, what is it? What's Uncle done?
What went wrong? What went wrong, Martin?
It's too late, Rossiter. You'll have to let us go.
He's not in here. I've got our men covering the place. Let's head for the back lot. Right. What happened then?
I let Vanny die. After that, in Rome, one of the girls wanted to leave.
Edward, you'd best phone the house and see if you can get a doctor.
Yes, darling, of course.
Yes, sir?
Oh, fill her up, will you, please?
Chance unless it's declared in.
That way, and I'll go along here and try and cut him off.
Melina.